In a world where cinematic portrayals of in-law relationships often lean into tired cliches and comedic tropes, it's rare to find a story that dares to explore the deeper, more nuanced connections between people bound by circumstance rather than blood. Yet that's exactly what A Little Prayer, directed by Angus MacLachlan, achieves with grace and emotional depth. This long-awaited film, finally set for release after its Sundance premiere in 2023, invites viewers to reconsider their assumptions about family dynamics, loyalty, and the unspoken bonds that can form between unlikely companions. And this is the part most people miss. These bonds aren't always romantic or even familial in the traditional sense, but they're no less meaningful. At the heart of the story are two standout performances from David Strathairn and Jane Levy, who bring an unexpected tenderness to their roles as Bill and Tammy. Their connection isn't one of romance, but something arguably more profound, a shared understanding and mutual respect that transcends generational divides. Strathairn plays Bill, a Vietnam War veteran whose life has been shaped by sacrifice and duty. Now in his 70s, he should be enjoying the quiet twilight of his years alongside his wife Venita, played with quiet strength by Celia Weston. Instead, Bill finds himself pulled back into the chaos of parenting adult children who seem determined to unravel everything he holds dear. His son David, Will Pullen, and daughter Patty, Anna Camp, both struggle with personal demons, forcing Bill and Venita to remain tethered to the anxieties of parenthood far longer than they ever imagined. But here's where it gets controversial, or at least deeply thought-provoking. The central relationship in A Little Prayer isn't between Bill and his biological offspring, it's between Bill and Tammy, his son's wife. Played with luminous vulnerability by Jane Levy, Tammy appears at first glance to embody the archetype of the dutiful spouse. Living in a small guest house behind Bill and Venita's home, she seems content to fade into the background, while her husband works long hours at the family sheet metal business. However, beneath her reserved exterior lies a reservoir of resilience and quiet dignity. As the cracks in her marriage begin to show, Tammy's growing bond with Bill becomes a lifeline for both of them. But how far should that bond extend? Should Bill intervene when he suspects his son is cheating on Tammy? Or does stepping in risk shattering the fragile equilibrium holding everyone together? These questions lie at the core of the film's exploration of morality and responsibility. What do we owe not only to our immediate family members, but also to those who have become integral parts of our lives through marriage or proximity? In one poignant moment, Bill confides in Venita, asking, "What are we supposed to do? Play dumb?" Her response, "Yes, play dumb. You're good at that," captures the tension between knowing too much and doing too little. It's a dilemma many will recognize, yet few films tackle with such honesty. Strathairn delivers a masterclass in portraying guilt and moral conflict. As Bill grapples with his suspicions about David's infidelity, he also wrestles with feelings of inadequacy as a parent. Did he fail to instill the right values in his son? Is he complicit in allowing neglect to fester within his own family? At the same time, his attachment to Tammy complicates matters further. Does his desire to protect her stem from genuine concern, or is it tinged with selfishness? These layers of complexity make Bill's journey both heartbreaking and relatable. Levy, meanwhile, shines as Tammy, bringing warmth and subtle determination to a character whose inner strength slowly reveals itself. With her lying awake in bed while her husband claims to be working late, or confronting difficult truths during a pivotal conversation with Bill, Levy ensures that Tammy feels fully realized. There's a haunting quality to her performance, particularly in scenes where the camera lingers close on her face, capturing the weight of unspoken emotions. Her backstory remains largely untold. We learn almost nothing about her parents or upbringing, but it's clear that Bill represents a father figure she desperately needs. When faced with the reality of David's betrayal, Tammy must weigh her dignity against the loss of the makeshift family she's come to cherish. The film also extends empathy to its other characters, including Patty, who repeatedly returns to an abusive partner in the hope of redemption, and David himself, whose outward charm masks inner turmoil rooted in his military service. Each character is treated with compassion, underscoring the idea that human behavior is rarely black and white. Even as Bill observes the dysfunction unfolding around him, he acknowledges his own limitations. People these days, they're too much for me. It's a sentiment that resonates deeply, especially in a world where honest communication often feels like a relic of the past. Ultimately, A Little Prayer reminds us that sometimes the most profound connections arise outside conventional frameworks. Bill and Tammy may not share DNA, but their kinship speaks to a universal truth. There are people in this world who simply belong in each other's lives, enriching them in ways words cannot fully capture. While their time together may be fleeting, the impact they have on one another endures. Directed and written by Angus MacLachlan, A Little Prayer is a beautifully crafted dramedy that deserves recognition for its delicate handling of complex themes. With stellar performances from David Strathairn, Jane Levy, and the rest of the cast, it offers a meditation on love, loyalty, and the ties that bind us, all without resorting to melodrama or oversimplification. So ask yourself, have you ever found someone who felt like a kindred spirit despite the odds? And how far would you go to protect that connection? Let the discussion unfold in the comments below.